I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of my comments in any other videos before, but one of the perks of being superhuman is if you learn to heat condition your body to say 3,500 to 4,000 degrees, you can actually dive in a volcano and swim in a volcano no problems. I have achieved that in a past lifetime, well, a couple past lifetimes at least 2 to 3. And what I've discovered is because I've achieved being able to survive being in a volcano and swimming in it casually as long as I wanted to, and then I got out of the volcano using instant transmission, the same instant transmission that Goku uses. I can do that. Now, when you achieve something, whenever you do something, there's through every second of every day of all our life, we are energetic exchanging with information. We are exchanging information with information, and information is exchanging information with us. That's why we are so connected to, logic and knowledge and wisdom and intuition. Sorry, couldn't get it out. We are tuned in. We're always tuned in, and you're as tuned in as deep as you are spiritually to information. That is, I can tap in quite easy. Now, from what I've discovered from surviving that volcano is I gained knowledge and wisdom from the volcano herself. Now, I say herself because when I survived swimming in that volcano, and I was swimming in that volcano for a long time, she ended up speaking to me and saying, "Hey, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be in here. You shouldn't be able to survive in my volcano. No one should be able to survive." And here I was surviving, living, hearing what she's saying, feeling fine, feeling happy. But, it was freaking me out because I didn't expect, the volcano to actually speak with me. So it did freak me out a little bit. I was a little bit, shooken a little bit. But yeah, no, I love it. She said that I can swim in her volcano whenever I want. She's happy with me. She's proud of me. She loves me for the fact that I managed to actually heat condition my body to be able to survive a volcano. Now, when I was in that volcano, it felt like a hot spring, literally. Just me swimming in a golden orange honey, like hot spring, and it is honey pretty much. In a past lifetime, I've also drank the lava and magma whilst I was swimming inside a volcano, and it feels great. I didn't die. I felt great. Now the thing about the volcano is, when I was swimming in the volcano, it was so special because not only is it so sacred to be, superhuman to the point where I can swim in a volcano, dive in a volcano, for as long as I want, but I felt so warm and so nurtured. It wasn't just the heat of the, magma and lava. I literally felt warmed by and nurtured by the volcano, the goddess of the volcano. And she was. She basically embraced me and welcomed me back anytime, so I know that the volcano loves me, the goddess of the volcano, she loves me, and she nurtured me, and that's amazing. Like, imagine you becoming so superhuman by heat conditioning your body first, raising your heat conditioning to 50 degrees, then from 50 degrees to 75 degrees, then from 75 degrees to a boiling point, boiling a kettle pot of water and, pouring it over yourself. That's how you heat condition your body. That's how you master heat conditioning your body so you can survive a volcano. You need to master getting your heat conditioning level up to 3,500 or more degrees. That's how you're going to survive in a volcano. That's how I survived anyway. And my energy is super vast and powerful and expansive and just, so tapped in that my energy is different and unique from everyone else's. So Maybe go up to 5,000 degrees heat conditioning and then dive into a volcano. Don't do it at 3,500 degrees, because my energy is so different and so unique in a major way, phenomenal way, a heavenly way, a cosmic way, you know what I mean? My energy is the most massive, because I don't have all my energy back yet. I can only call back a certain amount of energy. God has my energy pending. God has all my energy that they stole pending. So God's waiting for me to, for these evil ones to be out the way so I can get my energy back. All that energy that they have stolen from all my years. But yes, you can survive being in a volcano. It is possible, doable. When I was diving into a volcano, you know what happened? I was freaking God out so much. He was panicking and bloody, just running everywhere like a headless chicken and just like scratching his head, pulling at his hair. He fucking like, oh my God, he's diving in a volcano. He's gonna die. Like, and no, I actually survived. God was freaking out. But I taught God something. I even taught God that you can survive in a volcano. God didn't know that you could survive in a volcano, and I taught him. And I'm teaching everyone else. You got to heat condition your body from where it currently is to your current body temperature, 35 degrees or 37 degrees, whatever it is, 38 degrees, whatever it is. Whatever is your natural body temperature, you got to raise it from that to 50, and then from that to 75, that from 75 to 100, and then from 100 you go up to 150, then 200, and then from 200 you go up to 300, then from 300 you go up to 400, and then from 400, or maybe even 350, and then from 350 to 400 you go up to 500. And you just keep on raising your heat conditioning level to the point where it's over 3,500. You got to have it at least 5,000. At least 5,000 degrees that you can survive before getting into a volcano, because I just want everyone to be safe. But you do you. Your energy will actually tell you what you can survive and how much you can survive of it. So if you heat condition your body to 3,500 degrees Celsius, I'm talking about Celsius, by the way. I'm talking about Celsius. So whatever that is in Fahrenheit, I have no idea. It's near on double, I think, or just under. But anyway, yes, so if you heat condition your body and you just keep on raising the bar, you will be able to dive into a volcano and it'd be like a hot spring, a sacred hot spring of golden honey, you know what I mean? A golden honey pot, you know what I mean? And you know what the thing I discovered about volcanoes is? I discovered that volcanoes are literally an upside down womb and yoni. Literally are. Where the volcano comes out of, that's pretty much the yoni, and where all the magma comes out of, that's the womb. And if you literally the womb of the volcano and the yoni is literally a pyramid, right? And if you reverse that upside down, it is a woman's yoni and womb, and it literally is. Because the goddess of the volcano literally spoke to me and said, "What are you doing here?" when she first ever spoke to me. But when she said, "You're welcome here anytime," I just know that it is a sacred yoni in the physical manifestation, physical creation form of a volcano. Because everyone knows that a woman's yoni juices and a woman's co-creation juices are golden honey, and so a volcano is an inverted womb and yoni. And because not only is a woman's yoni and womb nurturing and warmth, and you feel warmth by, so do you feel warmth and the same nurturing, the same warmth and the same nurturing when you're swimming, diving in that volcano. So it's one and the same, literally. Just, yeah. I don't know if anyone knew that a volcano was an inverted womb and yoni, but I knew. I discovered that because the goddess of the volcano gifted me with this wisdom and knowledge. That's why I'm gifting you with all this wisdom and knowledge about diving into a volcano. You can survive and you can adapt and you can swim in that easily, as though you're breathing. Just as easy as breathing. Just as easy as swimming in an ocean or a river. I am super afraid of swimming in the ocean and rivers for such valid reasons, and I will post video. Actually, no, I'm going to speak on it now. The megalodon is real, everyone, and so is the kraken, and I will let you all know that in certain rivers and parts of the ocean, there are primordial beasts, huge, massive, giant beasts of the rivers and oceans, the sacred rivers and oceans, that basically, that's their residency, and, I've been attacked by them in countless lifetimes. They freak me the fuck out, man. I'm telling you. The megalodon also freaks me out, not because I can't handle it, but because it's so psycho. And these primordial beasts of the rivers and oceans, I don't think all rivers and oceans would house them, but all the waterways are connected. And I'm freaked out because I've experienced being killed by all sorts of primordial beasts of the rivers and oceans. Well, the Leviathan in the ocean doesn't scare me as much now because, I love and respect it, and, I've already been, I feel more comfortable being around the Leviathan, but, there's also another kind of Leviathan that protects Atlantis, the true Atlantis that's under the sea. Well, it's not under the sea, really. It might be, but there's an entrance under the sea anyway, and the Leviathan of the Atlantis is a cyborg machine. It's half flesh and half machine, and it protects the true Atlantis that's still around to this day. And it's basically in the same location, except pretty much possibly quite under the sea, since there's an entrance under the sea to get into there, Excuse me. Yes, I'm quite fucking shit scared of the megalodon. I'm not as scared as scared of the megalodon now, because all the healing I've been going through has helped me actually release a whole ton of fear about the megalodon. I'm still afraid of it though, because it's fucking psycho as fuck. It's way worse than a horde of fucking the megalodon is way worse than a horde, a swarm of great whites, literally. I would rather swim around a swarm of great whites, and I have experienced that in a past lifetime. And the first lifetime I experienced it, I was shit scared, but I actually got through it because I'm already a fearless warrior, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting through that, and I've been through it a few lifetimes. But I'd rather fucking swim with a horde, a swarm of great whites than one megalodon. One megalodon is fucking psycho as fuck. If you watch the movie Meg and Meg 2, literally that is perfect, picture perfect, image perfect, behavioural perfect of the megalodon, the true real megalodon that I've experienced in countless lifetimes. I've swam in the oceans and they've encountered me because they know that they're the biggest fish in the sea, but when I enter the sea, I actually am the biggest. That's why they're threatened. That's why they go so psycho with me. I'm not as scared of the megalodon. I could go into the water in my superhuman form and actually, ward them off. You know what I mean? Literally, because I've grown a lot. I've healed a lot and grown a lot. But the other primordial beasts, the Loch Ness is real. That's one of the primordial beasts. they're scary as fuck, because if they ambush you, you know, you're fucked. You're either fucked or you got to be superhuman to get to break free from their grip. You know, they're very scary as fuck. You know, that's why I'm shit scared of water. It's not because I'm scared of water itself. It's more the fact that because oceans and rivers are water itself, the water element of the water element. You know, I am afraid of water, but it's not. I'm not afraid of water anymore. It's more the fact that I'm afraid of these primordial beasts roaming around Earth. It's scary as fuck. The Kraken's a little bit scary, but you know, it's actually the Krakens actually are frightened of me now, because even the first time I physically encountered the Kraken and seen it full view by lighting up the ocean, so I could actually see the Kraken in the black depths of the deep black ocean waters. It actually was frightened of me and actually ran, because I knew what it was, what it looked like, and how big it was, and I was the bigger one in the ocean. And it ran. It started, you know, running from me, the Kraken. But because I started getting a little bit anxious, thinking it might come at me, it's actually started coming at me. But you know, I can't remember what I did. I think I might have killed it, but you know what I mean. Like, I thought if I kill that one, I'm protecting people. You know. I don't do that anymore. I've learned to respect them, but I can ward them off. You know, the Kraken's afraid of me. I can defend myself against and ward off the Leviathan by just leaving the area. The Atlantis one, I can, you know, let the real Leviathan know that I'm not here to trouble them in their waters, so they'll be fine. The Leviathan will be fine. I can navigate my way in the ocean real fine, because I've healed so much and I'm a lot more fearless and a lot more stronger. But yeah, the primordial beast though, not the Leviathan anymore, but you know, the Loch Ness, I'm still wary of it, but yeah, there's this other massive one that, you know, I can't really describe how it looks. You know, you'd have to see it to see it. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones. Scary looking, very powerful too. Can grab you from a mile away and pull you into the ocean. Yeah, that kind of shit. One of these monsters, not monsters, but primordial beasts. I don't know why I call them monsters. They're not really evil, but if you have negative energy like karma, you know, attached to you, or you know, whatever, they will come for you. You know what I mean? Or if you're fearful in the ocean or the river, they'll come for you. But because I'm God's most, you know, potent warrior, most potent angelic warrior, that's why they have tested me out, you know, and I've tested them out too. So the only reason why I've killed a Kraken or, you know, a primordial beast is because I was testing them out, because they were testing me out too. They've killed me too, you know, or even the Meg. I've been swallowed whole by the Meg, you know, I don't know how many times. Oh, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, so these beasts are real, okay? I don't want humanity to, you know, be in that illusion that, oh, the waters are so safe. Why do you think humanity is scared of the ocean? Scared of getting into water? Because whether you realise it or not, you feel that fear of your life may be in danger if you enter the ocean or the river. I'm not scared of crocodiles. In my current state, I might still be if I was up close, but not really. I've experienced a very life or death situation with a crocodile, and I actually love swimming with a whole swarm of crocodiles. I love that. I actually feel comfortable living with swimming with crocodiles. They're one of my favourite swimming creatures. We are. But yeah, it's all possible. It's all about your mindset and what you believe, and you know, it's about your heart set too, where your heart's at, you know. You got to get them right, your heart and your mind right, and you know, your beliefs right. Excuse me. So yeah, thank you humanity. Take care. See you.